one of South Mumbai's popular bar and restaurant, Shubha. The name in French means horse, and rightly so, because this is located in Kalapura area of Mumbai. Yes, South Mumbai's popular eatery this is. The chef today is creating some delectable dishes for me. I am on yet another food escapade of mine. So let's take a look. With me here is Chef Brian of Cheval, and he's got an exciting looking soup for me. Let's find out what it is. Chef, what is the soup?
This is cauliflower soup. Basically, the fresh cauliflower florets. They are basically tossed in butter, and again finished with cream, and finally a touch of roasted cumin.
Wow!
And here you have your garlic focaccia.
This looks interesting. I'm very hungry. I'm going to have it. This makes me feel really hungry. I'm having it right away.
There's more to come. The next course I'm serving is fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Wow, one of my typical favorites. I can't wait to have that too. Thank you, Chef. Cauliflower soup. This certainly looks very comforting. Always nice to start a meal with the soup. Creamy, definitely. I love the presentation of this meal. I think on a scale of 5, I would certainly give the presentation 4.5. Very, very appealing and eye-catching. There's definitely a very pronounced but subtle taste of cumin, roasted cumin. Texture of the soup is very creamy and yet has a very rustic feel about it, and that's what makes it very, very different. And let's try the focaccia. Even though Chef Brian mentioned that there's cream in the soup, trust me, it's a very, very light soup. There's no element of heaviness in it. He's really masked the cream well, just enough to give you the taste and flavor, but not to overpower it completely. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed my soup and I'm enjoying my focaccia. Lovely burst of flavors in my mouth. Salty, creamy, rustic, and even a bit tangy. But I'm now going to wait for my fish and chips. My fish and chips has arrived and it looks very, very appetizing indeed. I must say, Chef Brian has an eye for detail and is very particular about his presentation. Once again, I would give 4.5 to the presentation of this dish. While I was waiting for my fish and chips, I happened to be seeing the new menu of Cheval. Sides, salads, soups, pizzas, pastas, and a lot more. And there are a lot of vegetarian options too. The desserts particularly struck me as very interesting. Fudge cake, Philadelphia cheesecake, toffee pudding. Well, my mouth is watering already. But first, I'm going to have my fish and chips. Crunch. That's the first sound I heard. It means my fish is really well fried. Just the way I like it. Fish and chips is something which is popular the world over, although it's a very typically British dish. Beer batter fried, that's what makes it so interesting. You can't be eating fish and chips without the customary tartar sauce. Crunchy fish with a lovely soft fillet. I love the pea puree that chef has served with it. Totally livens up the dish and the plate completely. Just as fish and chips is incomplete without tartar sauce, fish and chips, of course, is incomplete without the chips. Here are some parsley fries, something different, chef's own twist. You can never go wrong with fries. I think potatoes absolutely complement fish completely. and that is why perhaps they've always been served together. Interesting pea puree. I'm having it with fish and chip for the first time. Medley of flavors and textures. This meal truly is memorable. I am completely satiated after a wholesome and hearty meal at Shawal. It was a European meal with a twist. If you've enjoyed watching Minnie's Food Fantas, do subscribe to my channel.